What's up, guys? All muscle. Back on this E55. We're almost getting this thing wrapped up here. We've got the new tires on it. Let's see here. Ended up with Bridgestone Potenzas. These are run flats. You got the new airbags in. Excuse me. Fresh hotness. Let me show you what the old bags look like. Got the exhaust still. This is the last part of the puzzle here. Once we get the rear independent suspension back up, we slap up that exhaust and it's a wrap. But here's what the old bags look like. This is one of them. Sort of my my trash pile. This was the one off of the passenger side. It's pretty blown out. It was just leaking. It would take literally hours for the car to start sagging. So it was just pumping. It was pumping the pressure right out of it. So that's that. CL still tore down here. We did do the valve cover gaskets on it, so we did that. Cleaned up the valve covers. We're going to reinstall the coils on there and touch that back up. But everything here has been on hold kind of until this E55 is done. Like I said, we're taking this car on a trip, and we want it to be functioning properly, riding properly, looking good. We went ahead and cleaned up this whole area in here. If you've ever worked on Mercedes cars, they tend to get really dirty in the suspension areas. I'm not sure why that is, but more so than other cars that I've worked on, but I'm not sure why that is actually. But anyways, we just set this up with a real nice pressure wash and wiped it all down, and as you can see, it came out pretty damn nice. Cleaned up the brake calipers a little bit. They're looking sharp. These rotors here are a little tired. We're gonna put a new set of rotors on it eventually. Just it's not right now. Got an exhaust donut there. We even cleaned up the fender wells. The fender wells here, they get really bad, real dirty, and we don't want to put them back on like that. What's up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
What are you doing, dude?
Cleaning up the inner fender here.
A little wipe down, make it look sharp.
After the pressure wash.
You got to take pride in your work, dude.
Most of the dirt off now.
Make sure your work looks clean, comes out clean, looks clean. That way you can spot any problems right away. If you were doing like an oil leak, especially something like that, any part of the car with an oil leak, transmission, power steering, always clean up the areas. That way, when you go back and see if there's oil still leaking, you'll be able to tell, you know, that hey, that wasn't there before. I just definitely cleaned that up. So you can pinpoint the location pretty easily. But anyways, I always clean up my work, make sure it comes out tits. That's how All Muscle does it. That's why they call me the doctor. Dr. All Muscle. That's my new thing right there. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this E55 up. By the time we put the tires on it, get it all wrapped up with the fender liners, the exhaust, the sun will set on us. We actually have the under paneling, the underbody paneling there. We cleaned that up as well. This guy's over here doing all the work. Look at him. Yeah, right, huh? All right. Anyways, we're gonna get back on the CL probably after we get back. The CL here is just kind of been sitting here waiting on. What is it waiting on? Is it waiting on anything? Mike, what are we waiting on for the CL? Anything?
Tear down this CL.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. So we're not really waiting on anything. We have everything that we need. I got new motor mounts. We're gonna slap those in, make sure that motor and trans mount are fresh. Oil leak from the valve cover is gonna be nice and sealed up. And then what we need to do is pull this car off the trailer and tear it down. This whole piece here with the inner frame here, the inner structure, this inner wheel well, if you would, is going to be needed for the other car. So in order to drill that out properly, I actually need to get inside the frame rail on the inside where the motor, technically where the exhaust would sit. Let me show you that. I would have to drill in right here. So that's going to be another job in itself. So we're going to keep you posted on that. But like I said, this is on hold temporarily. I'm hoping to get it before the fall. I'm hoping before the fall is over. before it gets too cold out and starts raining. Then it's just gonna have to sit longer. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up, like I said, this E55. I don't think we did the door handle. The last item after the bags are done. That was the main thing. But I mentioned that this door handle would need to be replaced. Let's pop the hood real quick and take a look under there. We did replace the radiator hose O-ring. O-rings, it was leaking from the radiator hose O-rings. And then also we replaced the little breather pipe and the air intake pipe there. So anyways, it's nice and clean under here. The car's got 100 and... How many miles does this car have?
104.
It's 104? Yeah, it's got 104, 103, 102, something like that. Let me see if it pulls it up if I open the door. Sometimes it'll just pull it up when you open the door. Nah. I think it's 102, 104, something like that. Anyways, she's a good-looking car. We're gonna have a nice little ride on it. But I want to drive it around. Actually, I want to drive it around town for a couple days, just to make sure that everything's nice and buttoned up, and there's nothing that needs to be gone over. Usually, when I when I do a big job or something like this, I'd like to drive the car a couple times to make sure we didn't miss anything. Everybody is human, and sometimes you'll miss a little thing here or there, or you end up with a squeak, or the exhaust is a little too close to something, or something, or whatnot. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, I like to drive it a couple times, make sure it's all tits, and then put it on the road. But anyways, there she is. Signing off on this one, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Be cool, be safe, have fun. See you later.